Good morning, Redneck Review. Here we got a lawnmower we're working on today. I'm not doing a review. I'm just going to work on this little lawnmower. It had a valve break in it and shut off. And there's part of the valve there. The stem broke. I'm not sure what happened to the rest of it. Here's the other piece of it. It broke off and quit pretty quick. So it shut down, but it didn't hurt nothing. No bad spots in the piston or nothing. So we're gonna see if we can put a new valve in it and see what it does. There's a valve I ordered for it. Got it off of eBay. It's about $37, so it's not cheap, but it is cheaper than another lawnmower. So we'll see what we can do. I do some work on cars, so I got valve grinding compound. We'll lap it in and see. I don't see nothing wrong with the seat. And yeah, I pulled the head off with the carburetor and all still attached. I know that's not exactly the right way to do it, but that's how I did it. Just to see what was wrong with it, and I think I can work on it this way. But I don't think I can really hold this camera and do the work at the same time. I might try, but it'd be kind of hard for me to do it. So I'll see if I can lap this valve in, and then we'll come back and go from there. Alright, just gonna show this is how I'm lapping it in. I use a drill and just barely get it going, put light pressure on it. I know it's hard to see because I'm trying to hold the camera and do it at the same time, but you can see spin the valve. Excuse the camera work. And then you just take it loose and you check it's out. If I'm outside in the sun, the camera's not going to be real good, but you just make sure you got a good line on it. And you can see there's a line all the way around, so it's going to seal, do just fine. Don't take much, just light pressure. And then we put the spring on, and we're almost ready. Do a little more cleanup, and then put the valve in, put the spring on, and we're almost ready to put the head back on. Don't take a lot. Alright, we got it all cleaned up. We got the valve in. All we got to do now is clean the block up a little bit, put the head on, and see if it'll run. Yeah, we're doing this because poor people don't always have the money to buy new stuff, and nowadays with things getting the way they are, people need to learn that you can do stuff like this and not always just buy new and throw stuff away. That's what they always want you to do, but times are getting tough and people need to learn that you don't always have to just throw everything away. You can fix stuff, rebuild stuff, and keep it longer. Too many people are just throwing money away, and the rich people out there, they don't care. They could care less what happens to us. And the only way we're going to make it is to take care of ourselves. So we got to start doing stuff like this and rebuilding stuff. And it's not that hard. All you got to do is watch how you take it apart and clean everything real good and put it back together. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. If it don't, you can always get some help, somebody that knows a little more, and get it going. But we're gonna clean the block up, and then we'll try to put it all back together. Alright, we got the block all cleaned up, and getting ready to put it back together. Actually, I know people say not to do this, but in this case I'm going to reuse a gasket because there's nothing wrong with it. And everything looks good on it. This is more about saving money because I'm just like you. I don't have much money, so I don't have much choice. Sometimes in life you got to do things the best way you can and save money, because saving money is just like making money, and people don't realize the sense of accomplishment that can come from repairing something or fixing something up that was messed up before and making it even better. It's just makes you feel good when you can do something like that. Only other thing I wanted to, other than just making sure you get these push rods in right, this is pretty straightforward. You just put this together and put the bolts in. I have to look up the specs for the bolts, but I mean, you need to do that on each different one anyway. But the lifters will go, I don't know if you can see down in there, but there is it's hard to see, but there's little lifters down in there that each one goes in. Now these are the same size, no difference in length on these. They're exactly the same, so it don't matter. Some of them will be different from intake to exhaust, so you have to watch that. So make sure you put them in the right place. Watch when you take them out and make sure you get everything right. But other than that, it's just put the gasket on, put the bolts in, tighten them to the torque, and then after we get the head on, then we'll adjust the valves, and we'll talk about that when I get that. So rather than me try to hold this camera and show you, even though, I mean, because there's not much to it, rather than me trying to hold the camera and show you and get bad pictures, I'll put the head on, and then we'll come back and talk about adjusting the valve. Got it back together. To get a couple of tools to adjust the valves with, you need feeler gauges, and on this one a torque wrench and a 5/16 or 8mm, either one. I got all of that here, and you adjust these about 4 thousandths, and you want to turn it till one of them is all the way open. Then that way you adjust the other one, and you just adjust it till you got a little drag on your feeler gauge. I would like to be able to show you a little better, but it's just hard for me to hold this camera and do stuff at the same time. I'm gonna try to find a way to do this here. Maybe you can see that. Maybe I can show you. I can't see the camera right now, but we're gonna try it. Alright. Take your torques, loosen up the center. changes sometimes when you tighten it up. So, there you go. You just want to be able to feel it. Make that just a touch looser. There you go. Just a little drag on it. And that's it. Then you just do the other one. And then we'll put the valve cover on and put the cover on and see if it'll crank. Alright, we got it back together. Put the plug in, got everything cleaned up. Let's just see if it'll run. Let's see how it does. One pull, fired right up. And see, you can repair stuff. Anybody can. If I can do that, anybody can. It's all about saving money. That's even better than making money. So it's just a cheap old Murray 21-inch push mower that we use around the house, and it just broke the valve. It wasn't no sense going and buying another one. That's what we need in America, is to go back to fixing things like we used to, and get back to being the kind of people we always were, that made things work. That was what America was all about. So, and that's what this channel is about, saving money. It's not just reviewing things, reviewing cheap tools and stuff, but it's also about finding ways to fix things and save money. So that's going to be it for this one. We got it running, and wasn't that hard to do. Just the biggest problem was finding the part on the internet, but you look up the model number on the engine and it's not that hard to find. This was a Briggs & Stratton motor. Not that hard to do. Anybody can do it. But that's gonna wrap this one up, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.